Stop. Wait a minute. Just listen. This is Greg with Let's Talk Sports, and we'll be discussing a topic that I've been wanting to get to. That not a lot of people touched on it, but really didn't speak on it. This will be a two-volume series, maybe more, but two that I have in mind so far. Part one, we'll be discussing Zion Williamson. Part two, none other than pistol toting, gun brandishing John Moran. So, the part of the discussion that people didn't touch on was the failure of black fathers. Being a black father, I think both of those young males have been failed by the male figures in their life. Zion, I think he is his stepfather. His stepfather, being the man that raised him and helped him get to where he is as a basketball player, true indeed, you helped that man get to the NBA, and you and his mother. But you didn't teach him things about life and what comes with the NBA. These chicken heads, these Instagram models, and these gold diggers coming after this young man's pockets. And you didn't teach him that the most valuable thing he has to offer is his time and his sperm. And you didn't teach him about penis control. You just let this man get drafted with all this money, no knowledge of women, no knowledge of manhood, no knowledge how to spend money. This man has been the talk of the summer with all these porn stars and strippers he's been dating. His poor choices in women, sometimes you could just chalk it up to dudes not knowing how to pick a woman. But whose fault is that really? You can blame Zion for about 40% of it. Another 60% you got to blame the male adult figure in his life. As a man, you should know at a certain age to tell your sons, little cousins, nephews, which women to stay away from, which women to deal with on what type of level, how to discern which type of females to keep in your circle, which ones to not allow in your circle or allow in your home. Point blank, he should have never been dealing with adult stars anyway. If you do, dude, you gotta some sort of protection or get her to sign some sort of NDA. And he did neither one. Then you like most of these NBA players, which is odd to me, you get these quote unquote female adult entertainers slash dancers, getting them pregnant also. Not to say that they don't deserve to be wiped up or have you. But at that age, I don't see why these dudes get these chicks pregnant while you're still in the league. If you're gonna deal with these chicks, deal with them and use protection in all forms of keeping this chick from getting your seed. Because once you get your seed, you're on the hook for 18 plus years, really 18 to life. It's a life sentence with kids. And dealing with kids, that as a man is a lifelong commitment. And we have too many bad stereotypes as black fathers to be shooting these women down indiscriminately, just letting these children go wild with no fathers in the home, letting them be raised by these chicks that just was in it for the money. So really, there's no real attachment to the child. They look at their kids as a scratch off or a lottery ticket So it's your job not to get them pregnant in the first place, which all comes back to how these dudes were raised. And true indeed, Zion should kind of know better looking at all the other dudes in the league, how they deal with chicks. Some of the vets should have probably put him on game, but a lot of these dudes in the NBA now, like are like one and done babies. They these AAU babies. They come into the league at like 19, 20. Like the average age of the league now is like way less than it used to be because dudes came into the league grown men pretty much, and it was grown men already in the league, so they could probably try to like pass down a little bit of game. But that paradigm is now shifted to the younger dudes being OGs to the even younger dudes. So there's no real like leadership in the NBA, which is kind of sad when you think about it.